Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shaira Amir and my roll number is BP1650205. My topic is complications of end-stage liver disease. I'm going to discuss about liver cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is a complication of liver disease that involves loss of liver cells, irreversible scarring of the liver. Alcohol and viral hepatitis B and C are common causes of cirrhosis. Although there are many other causes, cirrhosis can cause weakness, loss of appetite, easy bruising, yellowing of the skin, jaundice, itching, fatigue. Diagnosis of cirrhosis can be suggested by history, physical examination, and blood tests, and can be confirmed by liver biopsy. There's complications of cirrhosis include swelling of the abdomen, in the hip, thigh, leg, ankle, and foot, spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, bleeding from varices, hepatic encephalopathy, hepatorenal syndrome, hepatopulmonary syndrome, and hypersplenism. Uh, there is stages of liver cirrhosis. The stage 1 involves some scarring of the liver but few symptoms. This stage is considered compensated cirrhosis where there are no complications. Stage 2 includes portal hypertension and development of varices. Stage 3 involves the development of swelling in the abdomen, advanced liver scarring, and this stage is having serious complication, possible liver failure. The stage 4 cirrhosis can be life-threatening. People have developed end-stage liver disease, ESLD, which is fatal without a transplant. Treatment of liver cirrhosis can be beta blockers or nitrates, quitting drinking, bending procedures, intravenous antibiotics, hemodialysis, lactules, and a low protein diet. Liver transplantation is an option of last resort when other treatments fail. Case study. Mrs. MW, 59 years old, is divorced and unemployed. She was admitted to an acute medical ward at the hospital presenting with general malaise, a grossly distended abdomen, swelling ankles, and jaundice. It was also noted that she smelled of alcohol and was showing sign of alcohol withdrawal. Her weight is 61 kg and her laboratory data are given below. Diagnosis of alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver was made based on Mrs. MW's clinical features, liver function test, abdominal ultrasound, CT scan, and liver biopsy. And the chief complaint is liver cirrhosis. Soap notes. Subject. Her weight is 61 kg, gender is female, age 59 years old, location liver, history. General malaise, a grossly distended abdomen, swollen ankles, and jaundice. Object total protein 49 gram per liter, albumin is 20 gram per liter, total bilirubin 114 micromole, ALP 382, ALT 88, INR 1.6, GGT 306. Assessment. Diagnosis of alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver was made based on Mrs. MW's clinical features, liver function test, abdominal ultrasound, CT scan, and liver biopsy. Plan. So the plan is we can give disulfiram is an aversive therapy that works by inhibiting acetaldehyde dehydrogenase. Interactions between disulfiram and alcohol can result in potentially severe reactions such as myocardial infarction, congestive heart failure, respiratory depression, and death. Patients taking disulfiram should be warned of the possible presence of alcohol in liquid medicines, tonics, foods, and even in toiletries and mouthwashes. Patients' adherence to disulfiram is poor, and there is lack of strong evidence for its effectiveness. Another is acamprosate is indicated for the maintenance of abstinence in alcohol-dependent adults. It appears to decrease brain hyperexcitability during alcohol withdrawal. which may reduce alcohol consumption. Treatment should be initiated as soon as possible after the alcohol withdrawal period is complete. The recommended period of treatment with etoposide is 1 year, and treatment should be combined with counseling. The GGT level can be monitored as a marker of abstinence from alcohol. Note is medication known to increase the risk of bleeding in cirrhotic patients include aspirin, clopidogrel, dipyridamole, corticosteroids, NSAIDs, heparin, and warfarin. Mrs. MW would need to be counseled about the risks associated with these medications and advised to always check with the pharmacist before buying any medication over the counter. Thank you.